Hey everyone, today we're just going to do some sketches of Chinese dragons. I feel like I'm going to be drawing them quite a bit in the near future, so I want to really learn how to draw them, specifically their faces. I should always drink my tea before I start recording, but whatever. So I guess that's pretty much what we're going to be doing today. I'm just going to, like I said, work on their faces and then go over more sketches. I want to spend the next couple of weeks working on this because rush at work is going to start soon, and I probably won't be able to be drawing so much because that's when my schedule goes pretty much from part-time to well into overtime for at least a month, because we have to do the 2 weeks of the main rush, 3 weeks of secondary rush, and then clean up for the third rush. So most of August probably won't be having much posted. I'm going to try to start getting some videos up, so you might get like one a week just to kind of keep the channel active and everything. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm not doing anything anymore, but that's kind of what I'm looking at, unfortunately. I'm looking at this picture of a Chinese dragon, and I'm pretty sure it's AI generated because it looks stupid. So we're going to move on. And the reason why I say it looks stupid, he's got 3 whiskers and he's got 2 hands. He's weird. He's all jacked up, so it's obviously AI generated, and I'm not going to learn the correct anatomy of a fake dragon using images with wrong anatomy. So let me find a good one. So I've seen a couple of them, and the thing that gets me on these dragons is their noses. They've got kind of weird human cat noses. Like that number, and then that number. And that's mostly where I mess up. And then you got these kind of cat lips. And then it goes into like a lizard. I would like to do some Dragon Ball fan art once I've mastered this. I think it'd be cool. I want to do a kind of a large traditional piece, but I've got a long way to go because I cannot draw Chinese dragons to save my life. But these first ones are definitely going to be rough because whenever I draw from an image or reference, it's always rough. But once I kind of get the idea and I'm not using a reference anymore, I feel like I can be a little more free in not so strict to these things. Like I said, I get a little more free in the motion. So bear with me. This is why we're doing this, though. Here I was crapping on AI not doing good art, and here's my weird image too. This one's got, they kind of got like the manes going on. Got their goatee and then their dragon. Okay. And then you've got like the real traditional ones. I think what gets me is the amount of detail that is put into these things. And I think when you see them, it's intimidating. I don't know what I'm doing here. I thought they had a square head, but apparently they don't. Yeah, it looks like I've got a long way to go on these things. Maybe I just never really, the design's a style, I think it is. You have to have the correct style to make it look right, because otherwise it looks stupid. So if you want to do Chinese dragons, you absolutely have to stick to the Chinese dragon style. You can't just do what I'm doing, because I just can't get their. It's because their faces are flat. I think that's what I don't really like about them, because they've got this silly flat face going on, and it's very square, or Yeah, it's just not my style. Here's one. It looks kind of cartoony. You look kind of silly. Like they look cool from a distance, but when you start drawing them, you kind of they look a little goofy. I'm not trying to crap on the dragons or anything, but I think that yeah. That's why you got to get all the details in there. And we'll just keep drawing until we get it. That's all I can do. The good thing about them though is that most of them, like their faces are all the same. So once you get it done, you don't ever have to worry about learning a different one. Yeah, that being also said, I don't think I've actually ever been really good at drawing dragons anyway. I mean, just go like this. Kind of looks like cartoony. Alright. And then we're going to go the nose. Give him the stash. And then give him the hair. And then the eye. There you go. I think I can do it better if I'm drawing a duck. Alright, then they got the eyebrows. Do they have hair on top of their head? I think it also depends on. Yeah, and then we gotta do the horns. I think there's like significance in everything that goes on one of these things too. So make sure that you don't mess that up. Oh, they also have little ears. Don't think I ever knew that. Alright. They got the mustache going on. See, once you get it down, these could be very relaxing to draw because of the details you can put on them. There you go. And then do... I guess the head comes out and then you get the mane. They kind of got like a receding hairline. And then the horns. We'll do the... Yeah, that's not actually awful. See, look, it's only a matter of time. Let's look up Chinese dragon face. See, these aren't dragons though. These are those lions and the dog things. Man, I don't know if I already said this or not, but I had some coffee this morning. I haven't had coffee for almost 2 weeks, and my body was tired, but I could almost feel all like the little atoms bouncing around my shoulders. It was the most uncomfortable feeling that I've had, and did not like that. Where the hell do their whiskers come out of? Just here? Okay. Alright, so that one's not awful. We'll work on it. And then of course you look up Chinese dragon face and they're all facing forward. I appreciate that, but that's still not quite what I'm looking for. Well, this is not helping out at all, these. Are not good. I'm wasting most of my time scrolling through things to find one of them, but ain't working. It's not that complicated. We can do it. You just gotta get the structure right. Need some more drawing, less scrolling. I can edit it out. I always looked at their head shapes to be more square, like I said, more blocky than just natural and roundish. But maybe I am wrong. Maybe I am overthinking it. I need to look up some lizards. I wonder if I take what I learned from drawing those tigers and applied it to this, if it would help at all. Might not. Which way are we going with this? See, now this is looking kind of rude. 1, 2, 3, 4 teeth. Some of them have this gnarly gangly tooth here that hangs out. Go this, go like this. See, this one straight up does have a receding hairline. Okay. I wonder, you know what? I'm going to try to do something else here in a second. This is... Alright, what we're gonna do... I'm gonna take the way I do a horse. Well, okay, that's actually not how I do draw horses. It's been a while since I've done horses. Oops. Wow, that is terrible. Okay, so I need to start going back to drawing horses as well. And and then there you go. Alright, I'm going to turn this horse skull into the Chinese dragon and see if that helps at all. Okay, so we're going to do... And then do the nose. Do the nose. See, that looks so bad. So we're going to say no, I don't think that works. No, that did not work. There's no shortcuts here. Because we can go like this and do that. This and do that. And then teeth. Okay. Why can't I get this? Oh my god. Maybe let's go back to doing the bird way, the duck. Let's do the ducky. Okay, so we'll do the nose. And then the beak. Then we'll give him its mustache. And then do the long beard here, and then shorter hairs, and then give him its horns. Okay, yeah, so obviously it's not quite a duck, but I think that using a duck as a base might be the best. This is gonna take a while. Oh, you know what? Let's look at Mushu. Mushu. That's a cartoon Chinese dragon. Keep it simple and then add on from there. Thank you. Thank you, Mulan. Dragon. Disney's gonna sue me now because I'm using his dragon as a reference. And Mushu did have ears too. Well, look at that. Who knew? Alright, so let's keep this simple. I'm still gonna screw this up. There you go. Hair. I don't do cartoons and fan art, and you're gonna see why in a second. Do his silly little horns. Oh god. He's kind of weird. Does Mushu have an underbite? Looks like he does. I'm gonna bring that in a little bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Mouth. Mouth. And there you go. I have just butchered Mushu. He's got his ear. Alright, look at that. And then I just gotta draw that more serious. There you go. Who'da thunk? I can do that. Alright, let's try to make that more serious. We're gonna go give him this nose. And then mustache. And then more serious. We're going to do some teeth here, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to give him that bottom lip thing that they do. Teeth. Don't go anywhere, Mushu. 1, 2. And how am I going to do the eyes? We'll do... I don't know what's going to go here. But we're going to make this work. We'll do... Oops, I think it looks goofy. But I think I'm onto something. Yeah, this looks terrible. Well, worst case scenario, I'll have my own kind of design. Okay, and then of course they do the curly ones. Curly hair going on here, and then it gets wispy. It looks like he's got bit by a werewolf. There's a weremushu. And then we get some whiskers going on here, because they do. Alright, alright. We're getting somewhere, I think. And then give him the... Alright, that is still pretty bad, but I think that... We gotta figure out how their eyes work. What's going on with their head and their eyeballs? What's going on with that? What? I already have one. Thank you, though. That was so rude the way I answered that. Don't interrupt me when I'm arting. I need to put a sign on my door. Okay, so what if we did... Can you guys even see where I'm working now? This is going to be too low. I've been sliding over it a little bit. Okay, this is my terrible mushi. Now you can see the whole thing. Now you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're gonna do the nose, the stash, and then we got this. What if I just go like this? And then here. I don't understand really what goes there. I guess the cheekbone goes through there, but do they have... that's not awful. We might be onto something here. That bottom jaw might be coming out too much, but you know what? It's all practice. Cheekbone, then go here, then... Damn, this is just not looking out good at all. We'll get there. Just don't lose patience. Oh, I forgot their ears too. You gotta have their ears. Okay. Do another page. Just keep going. Keep going till you get it right. We're going to go like this. And this. Like this. We are going to get it right. We are going to get it right. Then... I've got this weird sore in my mouth. It's because I changed my toothpaste. So if I'm making mouth noises, I am sorry. I guess they go like this too. Is this scales? Is this what it's supposed to be? And then give him some more upper lip hair. And then I think if I can just draw their face before I add the hair to make that make sense, it would help. So then we add the and then they got eyebrows. What about eyebrows? And then go like this. Oh, and then that. And then ears. And then well, you know what? We're getting there. I feel like I'm getting there. No. Maybe we're not. These bad boys aren't as easy to draw as I was hoping they would be. Oh, here's a statue of one. That looks nicer. Ooh, that one looks better. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna do the nose. Do the news, then do the mustache they've got, then doink, and then one does not learn how to do the Chinese dragon. You must be born with it. Something that I clearly was not. Doink, and then give him his teeth, and then he kind of got his little mouth coming out here. And I'm gonna give you your mustache. And go eyebrows, and then horns. These right here, no matter what I do, I've never drawn them in a way that I actually liked. I don't notice them on other people's dragons, but I notice them on mine, and I hate them. Actually, I think I'm getting better at this. Then do the ear. Alright. I have no tips for anybody except just keep drawing it. They're actually going to end up being more in my style. They're going to look less like Chinese dragons and more like somebody trying to draw a Chinese dragon but failed. There we go. And, okay, we go this. Maybe this goes into... Maybe I should try to draw one facing the other way. Okay, we'll try to do one facing the other way. My brains will turn around. Mustache. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Why is this so weird to me? Oh, he looks like really buff. Look at that cheekbone. Okay, this is not working out right at all. Do not draw them facing the other way until you can learn how to draw them facing the right way. Well, actually, he's not that awful. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I think I'm okay with this. I turned my brain around the other way, that's for sure. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm almost okay with this one. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see this one? Okay, well actually looking on the camera, it's actually pretty bad. Okay, I promise though it looks better than my previous ones. Or maybe it doesn't. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do those, and I think we're getting somewhere there. I think I'm getting better. We'll just go like this to hide that other mistake I made. Okay, well, you know, we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep doing this. We're Straight for the forward facing one. And we lost it. Okay, well, we'll have to try harder on that one next time. I guess if you look at each one, they're all kind of different. No one dragon the same. See, this one looks more like a deer, which to me makes a little more sense. Every person has their own unique Chinese dragon in them. You just have to draw it until you get it. The thing is, maybe that's why I'm having such difficulties finding references, because they're not really consistent. They're all got the same gist about them, but each one has their own uniqueness to them. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe that's it. What I'm doing wrong the whole time. Overthinking something because it doesn't need to be overthunk. Okay, we're going to go back. It actually kind of looks silly. There you go, we're going to do this. There you go. Lost a point there. Alright, we're going to try one more page. And then I'm going to call it good for now. And then we'll come back if I find any secrets to this. I'm not going to use any references this time. I'm going to see what I've learned without references. Alright. Nope, already feel like I messed up. That's a good start. Okay, well, I'm already not happy with this one, so... yeah, I'm already way beyond happy with this one. It can be salvaged. I kind of like that big tooth that some of them put on there. I'm going to figure out if there's a reason for that. Some of them have eyebrows and some of them don't. Nope, already don't like that ear. Alright, so I'm already losing this one. That's alright. Well, let's keep going. And since I've already messed this up, we'll just kind of makeshift a jaw here and just put a bunch of hair there so you can't see it. Okay. You know what? Maybe it's okay if mine only look like 30% Chinese, because I am only 30% Chinese. That's what I'll say. Why do they don't look completely Chinese? Let's do one with his mouth open. I've never been good at drawing down creatures with their mouth open anyway. I'm just kind of going at it now. Oh. What's his head doing? Not what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, I was not prepared for this one. But you know what? I tried something. It needs to be more like that, I think. And then we'll go whoosh. Man, if I can do this, you can do some really good dynamic poses. And then whoosh. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun when I can get these done. Alright. Well, that's pretty much what I'm going to be working on now for the next several weeks. I've got some paints I really want to use. So I'm going to be doing a... After August and into September, I'm going to do a... Where are my paints? These poster paints is what I got. Well, bam! Can you see those? See? Like the animation ones. I've been really wanting to use them, but I don't know what to use them on. But I've decided, so I can start getting used to them. After Rush, depending on how I feel, I'm going to start doing a drawing. I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to draw a Pikmin every day. I've been playing Pikmin Bloom, and so I'm going to be doing Pikmin Bloom Pikmins. And I'm going to take a paper. I don't know how big the size is going to be yet. I'll decide that later on. Every day I will draw a random Pikmin from Pikmin Bloom on it until I fill the whole page out. And I'll color it with those paints because I really want to do that. Those are going to be more like as a short format, so I get used to doing those. And yeah, but I think that I've pretty much come a good way with these dragons. I need to draw them the other way, but once I figure how to do them properly this way, I'll go. Once I get my hand trained to do them right. I think that things will be pretty good from there. I can never get this part right when I'm drawing anything, any kind of animal. So, well, that'll be where I'm going to start practicing as well. Yeah, I kind of like the way this one went, and I'm not too unhappy with that one. So, anyways, I've been doing this for a little while now. Like I said, if I come up with any secrets, I will resketch them, but that's pretty much what I'll be doing. I'll be just doing tons of Chinese dragon sketches, and then just a couple daily regular sketches, doodles, and stuff to stay warmed up. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.